What is up, guys? We're out here doing a little winter practice for an upcoming tournament. One of the warmer days we've had this month in January for 2026. Let's give it a go. Catch you on the water. Alright guys, we just put up the first spot. We're going to give at it with the lipless. It's no surprise what we're using this time of year. Coming into pre-spawn, like to switch that red. Doing it on a St. Croix Mojo bass glass 7.4 medium heavy. Some moderate action rod, and I got a Shimano DC 6 gear and 18-pound Sniper FC. So I like to find those thicker clumps of grass, swing at them, and just chunk it out there. See, I'm just yo-yoing it right through that grass. We're in 7 foot of water and I can almost see the bottom. I always told myself, if you ain't bringing grass back on the hook, you ain't in the right place. And all I'm doing here is I'm looking for the taller patches of grass. As thick as this stuff stays, it's hard to kind of pick the fish out of it because they'll bury down in it this time of year. So I just use that forward face and help find those better clumps of grass. Let that bank's... Do what, son? Let that bait sink down in that grass. And then we're just yo-yoing. So I got a clump on there. Got a few stumps. That's why I like this spot. It's a mix of stumps. There's another one in grass. Kind of get the best of both worlds. And I'll show you. So we're coming off a main channel there, and it breaks off, and it's almost like a ditch can mean anything to a lot of people. To me, this is a definition of a ditch. It breaks off and it just runs in, and on each side you've got shallow areas, and then it just pushes on in. And I just like to run the middle, fan cast the sides. If I happen to see something, you cast at it, and then we're just working our way deeper into the grass. Oops.
We forgot then.
What, buddy?
We forgot drinks.
There ain't drinks in there? You got water. That's all we drink's water, man. And I mean, you see how far out this comes. That grass line runs kind of parallel to the bank, the main thicker one. Which of course it's grown its way on out here. Some that hydrilla. You got a little bit of eelgrass out here too. But we'll just move our way into this ditch, coming into the cypress trees and more of stumps.
We got one. That won't hurt the fish, Dad.
3-1.
Dude, that's big. 31?
No, you're gonna let him go, or you gonna let him go?
Dude, I can't believe we couldn't.
Alright guys, so we had to go through a few baits to figure it out. Finally changed up to the jackhammer. I believe it's a spot choker, and then a Tactical Fishing Company missile minnow and sexy shad. We trimmed it down a little bit to fit, make it a little shorter profile, but that's just what we're throwing. Working along the bottom because these fish are pinned down in that grass. If you can't see down here, we've made it into this thicker year grass. All we did was follow the ditch on into it. And we're just casting away. These bass, they like to sit down in an ambush. It's great now because the wind's picked up and it's blowing in here. I said maybe want to switch to the chatterbait. Now we got more wind blowing into the back of this pocket. So, see if we can't find some more. Like I said, with this jackhammer, I'm just getting it out there. And I'll change it up. I'll reel for a minute. Not quite on the bottom, but kind of see if I can feel where the top of that grass is. Get it hung up a little in it so I can rip it out. See if I can't create a reaction strike, and I'll change it up. I'll do a steady retrieve. I'll stop. The beauty of the chatterbait is you can do just about anything with it. I'll even yo-yo this thing if that's what they want. You just got to see how the fish will react and give them what they're looking for.
Oh, catfish.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
We don't got them all yet.
No, it's a big bass.
Oh, guys. Get ready. Get ready to bring it to me.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, dude. Get him in. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. The freaking bait came out of his mouth at the boat.
How was he still going? How? Does that even hurt the fish, Dad? Three, one. What do I?
Alright guys, remember I was talking about ditches earlier? Well, to me, you know, this is a ditch, and I marked it, you know, yesterday and said I'd come here and see how it comes in. Deeper in here, and you got shallow sides on each side. Fish use this to ambush, and I'm in, oops, sorry. I am in I'm in 10 foot of water, and you can just see the grass everywhere. You know, we'll pan around. It's just grass all over the place. And that's just what we're doing. Deeper ditch, full of grass. All right, you see guys, that's what we're dealing with. Like I said, if you ain't bringing it back on your lure, you ain't in the right spot. see we're coming up on a school on a brush pile there. And we're gonna save that for later. There it is there. Good sized brush pile. Get a little practice in. Then we figured out what we're going to do for that upcoming event. Let's get loaded up.